Hello everyone, so I finally finished watching season 3 of The Umbrella Academy on Netflix. This third season has 10 episodes and they're all about 45 minutes long. And yeah, I was really excited for this one to finally come back because I really like the first season. Absolutely love the second season, and then yes, now we finally have the third season. So without further ado, let me get into my review for season 3 of The Umbrella Academy. So season 3 takes place right where season 2 left off, where the Umbrella Academy is faced off against the Sparrow Academy. They have jumped to I'm trying to make this as spoiler free as I possibly can, but they have jumped to a timeline where they were no longer the kids they adopted were of the other of course kids that were simultaneously born on the same day to mothers who were not pregnant at the time of, or sorry, when the day of their conception started. So they are a lots of new powers that make their way into the show, and of course right off the bat things do not go as planned for either one side, and so they get into spats that kind of evolve throughout this season. And definitely for a decent amount, this is Umbrella Academy versus Sparrow Academy, and you get to have a lot of basically just battles of the mind and battles of the powers between these two opposing forces. And of course, too, Ben is back in the season, and he has a very big and very prominent role in this, but he is one of the kids that was still adopted by the Sparrow Academy. So he has the same powers that we've seen him have in the first and second season, but of course he's alive right now. It's just he's a very different person from who he was in the Umbrella Academy to who he is in the Sparrow Academy. Most of the Sparrow Academy, the best way to describe them is they're fucking assholes. And yeah, they you definitely get to learn a decent amount about them and how they operate very differently, and how they're again just treated and respected very differently than the Umbrella Academy was. And kind of the result of having the Umbrella Academy be in this universe is that they created a very big paradox. I'm not going to go into what kind of paradox it is because the show does a very good job explaining it, and I think you should hear from the show rather than hear from me first before you watch it. That kind of transpires to be the big play within this season. And of course too, there still is a lot of that Umbrella vs Sparrow Academy elements within this show, but it evolves into something very good and much greater than just these two forces or these two superhero families clashing, which to me I found was extremely interesting. They did it in a very good way that I wasn't able to predict really much that happened in this show, and it did really keep me on my toes and guessing and thinking the entire time throughout. So a lot of the characters have arcs that went in ways that I truly didn't expect them to. And of course you have a lot of characters I found in the past seasons kind of had standout moments or episodes that really focused on them, but I found everyone in this season, as at least on the Umbrella Academy side, definitely had that. Like no one really felt left out or kind of undershadowed by anyone else. The performances are absolutely incredible, and of course, I still think my favorite has to be the guy who plays Five does an absolutely amazing job doing so. But really, everyone brought their A game this season in terms of their acting and their performances, because the show really, I mean, they've always done a really good job diving into the trauma, the thoughts, the processes of all these characters, but it's just elevated on a level that just had really good commentary on so many societal and even political aspects that the previous seasons didn't really touch upon, or at least not do as well of a job as it did in this season. I find that season 3 of the Umbrella Academy definitely is the strongest season by far, the most entertaining. The fights are absolutely crazy good, and again, just the overarching plots was very interesting and made me so excited to watch the next episode. Some of the episodes end on some nasty cliffhangers that you definitely can't wait to dive back into. And I found same thing too, that's where this season ends, on a very nasty cliffhanger that makes me crave, I wanted season 4 right then and there. And it just wrapped up in a way that was very entertaining. And again, I found that the first season felt like it ended on a cop out, but where season 2 starts definitely wasn't that way at all. And then just I really like the ways that just everything that they do, and even like when they come to some sort of conclusion where they think everything's all good, they've saved the world once again, it puts them in a situation that is just even tougher to get out of this time, and it's going to test them a lot more and more and more. And of course, that trauma, the stress, everything really affects the characters in ways that are just so believable, and they flush those emotions out extremely well. One of the things that I found that the show handled very, very well too is, of course, Ellen Page making the transformation in her personal life to Elliot Page. They do the same where Vanya makes the transfer into a character who goes by the name of Victor Hargreave, and he has an amazing story that he's able to again just portray in the emotions and the relationships that he now has. For some characters, do change quite a bit because of his change into Victor. And I found that again, they fleshed out in ways that just really made sense for the characters, where people like Diego and Five just accept it. Same thing with Klaus, accept it straight on and straight out. And you have Luther, who is awesome this season. I really, really like Luther, and he's just so sweet and caring. And you definitely like all he wants is family and love, and he definitely has a story that tells that this season, and it just made me very happy watching his character evolve into again just kind of the big teddy bear that we all kind of knew he would be on the inside. And yeah, Diego has a very amazing storyline. We have Five, who again is just the brains and so entertaining and so intimidating, and an amazing performance again put on by the actor, who's just so much fun to watch. Again, Victor's journey was very, very cool. They bring back characters from the previous seasons in ways that were just very like new and just ingenuitive and so entertaining to watch, and it just made me so happy seeing these characters used in these ways that again I wasn't able to predict at all, and in the best ways possible, because again it just kept me so excited watching everything, not knowing where anything was going to go, and again just being fully happy where with just about everything in this show went and how it was presented and told to us. Klaus also too has a very, very amazing story, and definitely dives into his relationship with his father. And of course too, there's a lot of good commentary between the Sparrow Academy having no idea what's going on, and the Umbrella Academy just basically saying, "This is our house, you're our Ben, we missed you, like it's so nice just to have you," even though they come to the realization that it's not their Ben, and commentary like that. But of course, yeah, Klaus is again amazing performance put on, just one of the best characters by far that I think Netflix has ever been able to bring to their series. But kind of the one thing that I didn't like about this is I found that Klaus's powers evolve so much and in very, very good ways during the season, and just basically throughout the show. He just keeps evolving into just amazing, just an amazing being, and just so special what his again abilities are. But I found that I don't know if I want to say his abilities kind of used as a cop outs in this, but I found that it needed a little more explanation by the final episodes of this to really explain what's going on and how he's able to do the things that he does within the final episodes. Again, nothing that was major that really took anything or any enjoyments away from me, but I just felt a little more commentary, explanation, things like that were needed to truly flush out what his, again, new abilities are within this season. But yeah, they don't shy away from the very heavy and traumatic experiences that their characters go through. We see that a lot with Allison, who personally I absolutely hated in this season, and she has very good reason for being the way that she is now, and just cold and disheartening, and again just filled with so much trauma and anger and things like that. But some of the choices that she makes, again, like I can understand in her head states how anyone would be able to make these decisions, but of course they just leave you feeling with like just a sick feeling in your mind, your stomach, and yeah, she's I could easily see her becoming a big threat if things kind of if they keep going down this way throughout the seasons that they still need to do for this series on Netflix here. But again, just everything was so fleshed out so well. The action sequences are absolutely amazing, like they were in previous seasons. The powers just keep evolving, and again, affecting not only the story, the world, but also the characters themselves. And they just do it in ways that, again, just flesh out the characters and make you love them, hate them in certain ways, hate them in certain scenarios, but of course, just grow on you, help you understand them more. They just this show is such a good character study with every single character that it has, and truly I have to applaud it every single time they just even have a character say a sentence, because it's all just so witty, so dysfunctional, the way that they clash with each other. But again, when they come together and have to use their powers and realize that they are a family and share that love with one another. It's truly special and just very, very well acted, well written, all of that. And one thing too that's so great about this season is I did find that this, especially this season, and this just show in general, the Umbrella Academy has some of the best use of music ever, where they just take songs that we all know and love and put them in to these scenes that are just so effective and just work so well. Like I found Stranger Things did a really good job with that, especially this last season. And the Umbrella Academy had moments that were just as special with these songs to me, and yeah, just really good songs used very effectively. So really, with everything taken together, this was easily my favorite season of the Umbrella Academy so far. Like I said, it's easily the strongest season that they've had, the best season that they've had. And with that, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Absolutely loved it in every single way. And I can't wait to see where season 4 goes. If you haven't started watching this series yet, I do highly recommend getting into it, because again, it's just some of the best characters that I just absolutely love them to death. And this is also great. And I got to add more of them to the Funko wall here. Of course, you can see Diego and Five there. So I got to get some more of the dudes in there, especially after this season. So very good. So if you've seen season 3 of the Umbrella Academy, please let me know what you thought about it and what your favorite parts is, what you're most excited about for season 4. And yeah, of course, if you like this review, just give it a thumbs up. You can check out everything I do on this channel through some playlists that I'll link up top here for convenience sake. Thank you for subscribing and click that little bell so you know when I upload new videos. If you want to check out everything I do live streaming Twitch wise, link to that's in the description of this video, and of course my channel bio. And in both those places there's going to be a link to the Media Mountain, which is my Discord, where we talk about movies, video games, comic books, TV, pretty much everything that's awesome in this world. So you can definitely join that amazing community. I'll make it even more amazing than it is already. And yeah, just awesome, guys.